What's going on, guys? It's Danny from Slow Restoration, and we are in the Quadrasteer Yukon, as you can see here, and we are on our way to actually pick up, well, look at, possibly pick up. I have the trailer on the back, as you can see, so if we decide to go ahead and buy it, we can go ahead and pick it up, take it home. A replacement for the Cadillac Escalade that was rear-ended. So hopefully this works out, because it's a little bit of a drive from home. It looks to be good. I talked to the guy, again, a marketplace deal. Marketplace is the place. So hopefully we can get here and check it out, and it is what it's supposed to be, or at least very close. If it's very close, I'll be happy. So let's get here. We got a little bit of a drive ahead of us, and any guesses to what it's going to be this time? You might be slightly surprised. It is a GM, I'll give you a hint. Alright, since we're going here and we make a fair amount of purchases, especially off Marketplace. There's a truck that just cut me off. I don't know why he's riding in the middle of the lane. Oh well, let's go around him because it's puking stuff everywhere. So back to it, is if you're gonna look at a vehicle on Marketplace, ask very specific questions. Doesn't guarantee the result when you get there, but definitely makes it a little bit less confusing for everybody. So what do I mean by that? So this particular vehicle we're going to look at, I know pretty well. Owned many of them. So I know where the problem areas are, and this guy, tells me everything. It's a super clean vehicle, but that means different things to different people. So you ask very specific questions, like how is this area, like how's the quarter panel, how's the rocker panels, any problem areas you can think of, and if they can send you more pictures, that's even better. When you're driving over an hour to look at it, you don't want to be surprised. But yeah, be very specific, and don't, some people get annoyed when you ask too many questions, but you're buying it, so they're gonna have to deal with it at that point. Yeah, so be very specific, and just if you got any questions, definitely ask them. It doesn't hurt to talk price. Sometimes it's better to deal in person with cash when you talk final price, but I usually ask, is that your bottom dollar? And a lot of times they will come down right over the very first communications through Messenger or whatever. They will actually come down, and then when you get there in person, if it's a good deal, go for it. If it's not, if you find some stuff wrong, then obviously you can still negotiate. But assume it's not going to be quite the shape you're expecting when you get there. That's usually the case. Like I said, someone selling a vehicle and saying it's super clean, it's probably not. It may be. Your clean may be the same as their clean. My clean is a little bit probably higher standards than most people, as far as not necessarily cleanliness, that can just be cleaned up, but I'm talking rust wise, dents, damage, scratches, stuff of that sort. So yeah, just quick little tip. All right, guys, we're getting close, and as always, I don't know if we'll be able to film here or not. Really depends on the guy, whether he's comfortable or not, or if I even feel like asking. Sometimes you can just tell right away they're not really going to be comfortable. So we'll see what happens, but we'll figure out what we're going to pick up, if we're going to pick it up here in a minute. Alright, guys, we've arrived, and right there it is. We're getting ready to jump out. Which one of them are we getting? So it is, in fact, Yukon XL Denali. Seems like a pretty decent truck. Not perfect, but definitely a decent truck. Gonna be, I think, a nice replacement for the Escalade. I think we're gonna be able to actually take this for a test drive, so let's see what we can do here. All right, guys, we made the deal on the Denali. Very happy with it. We'll get it home, do a couple odds and ends to it. But this is James. Here's the guy we bought it from. He also is into rock crawling and has this, what year K5 is it?
It's an 83.
83 K5. It's got a 14 bolt in the back and the Dana 60 up front. He's got these cut out doors that are really cool, and they actually still open. Can I open it? Yep. So someone took some time, and he's getting ready to do a bunch of cage work to it, but he also goes to Roush Creek and a couple other spots, so maybe we can get the Bronco up there and four-wheel with him a little bit. What size tire is this?
It's a 42.
42 inch.
Yeah, and I got hydraulic ram underneath of it.
Yeah.
C LQ4.
Oh, yeah.
Turbo 400.
There's the big Dana 60, and he does have the Ram steering, and it's LS swapped. So it's got a 6-liter LQ4, same that is in the GMC. So this is a cool rig. All right, so he's showing me a little bit more here. So he actually has the rear spring swapped to the front of this K5, and you weld on a bracket to move everything and recenter the rear, and then the back has a 60-inch spring.
64 inch.
64 inch, and that's like, is that like OBS spring or something?
Yeah, so that's out of a 02 two-wheel drive.
Okay.
I think it's 3 leaf springs. It's sloppy and rides like a Cadillac.
Yeah, well, that's what you want for rock crawling. So he's got the axle flip kit and the bigger, the greasable shackle here.
Most recently, I just bought 2 Tom Woods drive shafts.
Oh, really?
Which were outrageous, but
they're in there?
peace of mind.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And I've got on the floor across the bottom is a doubler, 203, 205, that I have to install a cradle for.
Right over there on the other side of the Blazer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got that and a cage going on here soon.
Yep. Definitely a serious rig, and he's about to make it a lot more serious. We are on our way home. We have the new Yukon Denali loaded up on the back of this Yukon. The Yukon pulling a Yukon. Pretty happy with the deal. It's going to need a couple things. We'll go over that later. We'll get it home, unload it, put it up on the lift, and maybe do a whole video of that kind of thing. But James was extremely helpful. He's actually been thinking about starting a YouTube channel. He's just a little bashful. He didn't really want to be filmed at first, but the more I talked about it, he's like, yeah, who cares? So we did get a little filming in there, as you saw, and he's got a really cool K5, again, as you saw, rock crawler, LS swapped, 1-ton rears under it, really cool rig, and tell him to go ahead and just go for it. Start his YouTube channel now, and hopefully he will. I'm going to keep in touch with him. If he gives me a name, I'll put it in the description or put it up on the screen here. So he needs to do it. He's a little bashful on camera. He just needs to get over it like everyone else does, and he'll be good. He'll probably be better than I am. So he does a lot of four-wheeling, off-road, and builds also. So I think he's going to have a lot of good content, and you guys will I'm sure love him. So Yukon, as always, the Quadrasteer is doing really good. So let's go ahead and get this thing home. I'll concentrate on driving with the load on, and we'll get home, and like I said, we'll go over the ins and outs, the good and bad of the new Yukon, and let you know what we're going to do with the smashed up Escalade. So see you when we get home. Kind of a funny story to go along with this. When I got there, James actually, he already knew about the YouTube channel, and was asking questions like, am I going to turbo it and stuff like that. This will be a daily driver, but that's actually the first time that's happened to me, buying something off Marketplace, and someone did enough research to know about the channel and know what we do. So, and we made it back home. There's probably gonna be some wind noise. It's pretty breezy here, and there is the Denali a little bit more up close. Like I said, we'll go over this whole thing, front to back, top to bottom, see what we got. It's pretty nice shape. It's got a couple small dings and scratches and stuff, but it's a 2003. So overall, pretty decent. Let's go ahead and get this thing unloaded. We're probably gonna stop the video here. Definitely let him know you want him to start a YouTube channel, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.